I like this walkway. This is pretty. I think more cities need walkways like this. As I'm walking walkways like this, there's others I have walked similar paths, but okay, when I'm walking pathways like this, I also get a lot of old people who had like empty houses, like the one in Bixby Knolls. It's like they had similar pathways and walk gardens and stuff. So it was really important for tea time and party time and gossip and what's to know about whatnot. But somehow it's I don't know. That's what I got from walkways like this. I get feedback. Somehow men became holding, I don't know, somehow men wanted to take over the world for some reason. Gay. It's so funny. Like, what is this about? So my cousins have also worked in the CPS, Child Protective Services. They worked in that realm in court and whatnot, and what they were doing. And if they didn't like you, they had a funny feeling they would twist your words around to make sure that that child they think would get safety, which is not in reality. They go into like my uncles and shit, my cousin Christina. That's why I don't like Disneyland. It's like those people I can never. There's a drag me down. I remember during the time I was so happy, and then I saw them. They were like so vicious online. That's where you need to go back. Go back to that to 2019, 2020, when Disneyland was shut down for a little bit. If you go back, technology-wise, footprint, and get all those motherfuckers that were making threats. I don't understand. I don't want my kids. I miss my kids. Like, tomorrow's not promised. I'm like, it hurts. It's painful. I'm fine with death. I'm perfectly fine with death. I'm comfortable with death. Like, please take me now. Please take me out of my misery. But I have my kids, and they're not here, and I have no way of contacting them. And they're like, oh no, they're scared of me, and I did this. I abused them. What the fuck, man? Just because I'm speaking out. My children have not. My children don't know this shit. I covered it a lot. But the people who were online against me, and like, come on. This is so sad. How do you not think you're gonna get caught? Whatever you do online, it reflects who you are as a person. That's how you take technology. Don't abuse it. Before I die, I'm gonna tell you this: the horses are not happy. The owners neglect the horses. The horses easily forget. If they're spooked, it's because they're not around people enough. They forget. They need companion. They need family. They had a group before. They're like elephants. They sure are dreamers. I'll tell you that. Um, I believe any animals are. There's kind of similar to dogs in a way to me when they come across dreams. Um, which there need more rights for the animals because it's bullshit. Look at what happened to the coyotes territory and the mountain lions. The bobcats. They're so pretty. The horses do need land. They do need a park. They do need an open field bigger than what they got. It's like they're in prison. That's what they remind me of, prisoners a lot of the times. I always think of them like, yeah, poor things. So, the therapy I was at, I was going to Westminster, Orange County Behavioral Mental Health Services. I was going there. And then the fucker fell asleep on me. Like, he was already pissing me off, alright? Then he decides to fall asleep and doze off after a almost like a 2-month hiatus because he had to take a family leave absence or maternity leave because his wife gave birth, which is kind of fishy to me. So anyway, I know more about that fucker to me than I should. And for the lady, the manager that works there, the Maria girl, I gotta get her last name. But that Maria girl, she sees me the other day. And then what do you know? The fucking Anaheim Place, the Anaheim County Mental Health Services, they called me. I think it was like Jennifer. I have to look that up. I don't answer private calls. I don't answer them. They have to have a number. They have to have somebody. I don't answer private because I need a phone number. Because I've had that happen where I pick up and it's some fucker. I'm like, damn, I don't have a number. Why did I pick up? You live and you learn, right? So anyways. So the guy, he ends up falling asleep. And I'm like, you know what, forget it. I gotta go. And I had tried to, it's already been a year, so I'm trying to have him get me help. Domestic violence therapy because he ain't doing it and he's not helping me. And meanwhile, I'm trying to get help at Medi-Cal because Medi-Cal's in the way, and I need a top tier, something, whatever it is, level of care, something like that. Um, but now this place I'm going to, or okay, I'm going. I gotta go back. Okay, the motherfucker fell asleep on me. Then I'm like, fuck it. I went to. I'm already at Laura's house because because I'm telling them that, hey, look, my therapist is not helping. He's not listening to me, and I need help. And then within, no, was it? Yeah, before that, I went, whatever it is, I went to Laura's house. And I met Suicide on Mother's Day, and it did not work. And so I got pissed because guy's not helping me. So then Laura's house, and they're going, oh, well, we can't really help you because Medi-Cal, whatnot, you need a psychiatric evaluation, you need to go through court, you need this and that, we can't help you. But here's this other place that might help you because we don't deal with suicide stuff. So go to the D.D. Hirsch place. So then I go to D.D. Hirsch's place, and then they're shoving down that 988 number on us. It's like, what the fuck does a phone? Oh, I'm not gonna pick up a phone anymore. I hate technology because people don't know how to use it, and people on the other phone are just fucking ego-driven. I can save a life because it happened to me. I could do it. I'm gonna help them life, motherfucker. You're just feeding your fucking ego, and then you're gonna use it to get a job, mental health. Which you can't agree with this, the program that they're shoving this down, the propaganda. You cannot believe that this mental health is actually benefiting when it's not, and whoever's in there telling me that 998 is actually helpful. No, I have walked around for 5 fucking years hearing the same shit. 988 don't work. This is not working. There's too many people in the medical field, like my therapist, like Orange County Mental Health Services, pushing, like dragging this longer so they can have a job, so they can keep me there, so they can provide for their own family, so they can use me as a paycheck. No, motherfucker, I ain't doing that. So then I get pissed. I'm trying to get, I'm like, no, what? I want to speak to your manager. They would not let me speak to, I think his name was Luis. They would not let me talk to him. And then we're doing phone tag. And then my therapist is like, well, what do you want to talk to Luis for when I'm here? You can talk to me. No, I didn't want to talk to you because I wanted to talk to Maria, but apparently she's not, we make an appointment, but she never shows up. And then she's telling me, oh, I can meet you when I don't want to meet you. Then I brought my mom involved, and then we go on a phone call to make an appointment for Anaheim Clinic so I can go to therapy over there. The 222 number's there. And it's like, all right, I'll give it a chance. Because they moved their facility. All right, I'll give it a chance. I go there, piss ass, like, poor quality of care, snacking, also like keyboard, touching the keyboard, rubbing hands on their pockets, putting their hands in their mouth, and like the traumatized me is like, oh, what the fuck? Like, these people are not, they don't care about my safety, they really don't. Why are you snacking when you're on the job? Like, to me, cop does that, snacking on the job, like all the time, or snacking on the job. Any first responders, they would get in trouble. So I was like, oh, they're snacking. But mental health facility, no. And it's mind-boggling me. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna say it really grinds my gears when I see a microwave in the courtroom or food or something. It's like, that just tells you how wrong it is, how long they stay in that area, and they don't know what the outside world is and what's going on. They're so blind and caught up into their own little world they got stuck into. They don't know what's going on. And then they want, or they have friends in the system and they're benefiting this. So when I lived in Irvine, I got to, man, I took advantage of it. Bit more, got to know who owns these apartments, and video games were a big thing too. Whoever was, because my husband was really good at video games, so or he, computer wise, he was really savvy with that. So then he got like this Steam thing, and he got a bunch of games. He's a gamer, so when he used to play the games, and I'm like, wow, the games actually talk to you spiritual wise. So I'm like, what is this about? And then I noticed when I'm walking around Irvine, I'm like, sometimes they remind me of video games, and I actually Googled that. I actually Googled, and I actually heard a game developer, saying he lived in Irvine, and he he did something about the architect or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. In the military, whatnot, it all goes back to that. They're taking a long time for that. So, the school district. Mexicans. Let's talk about the Mexicans. And I'm gonna call every one of those motherfucking pieces of shit out. Teachers. They did not let these students speak their own native language, their mother tongue language. Like, seriously, these students, these children that are now adults, they're probably forgotten now. It ain't my fault. That's their problem. Because the universe will give them, something to remember about. Because what happened? You sold your culture, your heritage, your ancestors out for what? Weren't your children, weren't you supposed to know about where you come from? Didn't you ever want to know? Why'd you stop? Anyways, ancestors are mad and pissed, and they want their land back. Your warranty is expired. Yada yada yada. The time now is yeah, 12 in the afternoon in the city of Tustin, the borderline of Tustin and Irvine. The school district and the teachers, they're racist. Where did they go? Where do you think these teachers went? They're still there. And the fact that when I was in high school, middle school was pissing me off. But high school, the fact that high school, these teachers aide knew about my personal life, knew a lot about me, and it's like, oh, I don't want that. Who's telling me this shit? Go, I can't tell you. I'm gonna leave it confidential. Well then, Miss Pendergrass, Anthony Pendergrass's mother, Pendergrass, what's her name? Is it Diana? Oh, I don't. I gotta Google that one. Anyways, she also had a son, Anthony or Joe Pendergrass, and I forgot who else. Maybe that was it. Anyway, she'll come ahead. She'll come in. She 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 got. She's dirty. She got a lot of corruption under her hands and underneath her fingernails. Um, I remember. I think it was Robinson's May at the Westminster Mall when I got my. I had a job. Um, my ex-mother-in-law is like, hey, they're hiring at Robinson's May. Maybe you gotta go get there. Like maybe they'll hire you. They'll go get there. I'll take you. So she took me, and I didn't have job experience or anything, and like that's a problem. You need job experience. Well, you are young. When are you gonna get it if I don't hire you? So she goes, I'm gonna give you your first experience for what, not your job. And I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. So then that was my first job, was Robinson's May. And when learning how to do the registers and whatnot, because we had to get training on how to dress properly and what to wear, and we had to wear heels. They didn't want us to wear flats. They wanted us to wear little heels. And I thought that was weird. And there were some bitches, man. There were some bitch managers there. And they were some teenagers, some older, like, I'd say young adults. They were like, you could tell they were like boys in high school, and they would like to get, other younger, like hazing kind of type thing, in trouble. So anyways, I think that's an all job. So anyways, so as I'm doing the orientation, they're saying that how to catch thieves or how to catch whatnot, and they're saying that you're in charge of your drawer and how to count. So count the money. Like, we give you this amount of money, but when you put it in the drawer, don't just put it in the drawer. You have to count it. So then after your shift done, after the closing, you got to count that, and it has to be correct, the money. So I had to do that, which it was difficult for me because I had the dyslexia, and I had the numbers. I had a hard time using the numbers. 2, I'd get confused with 5. What's a 2? And then I'd be like, oh, A, B. So that would fucking piss me off. Like, why can't I just do the numbers? Why can't I just do math? And I just couldn't. But over time, I just had to practice and calm down with it and slow down. And then I got better at it. And it just was like, okay, I had to exercise it. So anyways, they said we're more looking for the employees to steal. So they're watching the employees more than they're watching the people who steal clothes and other items. So I don't know why that just stuck out to me. And then ever since I got a job, looking at people who steal, they're actually looking at the employees. So that always stuck with me. And then when I had the job at Sears, and I got another job at Sears years later, I went back to the Westminster Mall because I'm like, I just need a crappy job that's gonna be okay and not stressful with the kids, and work with the PTA schedule and work with the school schedule that I have. So, and I did. They worked with my schedule. It was fine. And they didn't care about the employees. Some of those cameras didn't even fucking work. The inventory, they kept telling the customers and the employees, no, we're not closing down. It's just a rumor. Everything else is closing down. But Westminster is one of the top of the line ones. Like, it makes its quota every time and then some. And then if it didn't get anything, the the employees would get in trouble, get yelled at, get screamed at, like, you didn't make this, and we're like, it's not our fault, like, the customers aren't coming in, like, you didn't get enough reward or sign reward. I forgot what that was, but you had to get, like, every day you had to get at least 5 or 10, and at first they were lenient, and then you get written up or you get yelled at, like, hey, you didn't, I'm calling you up because you were supposed to get some kind of a shop your way reward. You're supposed to sign up somebody for email and stuff, and that was difficult because some people are like, you're not getting my information, you're not signing mine, don't put my name, don't put my phone number in this and that, or just, I just want to pay for it, you know. And I totally understand where they're coming from. So then I passed out. But if I recall, there was a sheriff I was trying to help. And the reason why I think I remember that is because he was on the phone with 911, and I think when the paramedics came or something, he said something about sheriff. I just remember he was a sheriff. I was helping him out the last time. And I also believe that whoever he carried was just overwhelming for me, spiritual wise. Um, um, a lot of times in school, if you see your kids just playing alone, playing by themselves, I promise you, your child is not playing by themselves. Your child has a whole other world playing with them. Just watch and see what world they're in and go in it. And it's like a video game. Sometimes I remember my kids would give me a video game. I can't pass it, Mom. Can you pass it for me? So I'd go and try to pass it for them, and I'd like get the bad guys or pass the level, and they're like, "Oh, Mom, like, thanks, Mom. That's so cool. You did it. You know, you helped me." So then they just got like a got it's kind of, it feels like that. Um, so my sons, go back your best child memories. Go back to what you know, and I promise you, I will be there. I'm talking a lot. I'm talking a lot. It might not be in the family videos that I set out, because the family videos that I have of you boys, I don't talk in them. I don't in them for a reason, because I didn't like my voice for one thing, and I wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt you boys. I knew I was going to watch those videos again, and I didn't want to hear me. Blah, blah, blah. I wanted to hear your voice. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your voice and your voice. And I don't want to lose these memories, because I want you to realize what I was doing. I was meditate, because I wasn't really supposed to. I ain't supposed to be here, but I'm here now. I'm still here, and I'm here because of the people who are no longer here, if that makes sense. And they're telling me their voice still ain't being heard. I'm like, shit, fuck, that's sad. Me too, huh? Is that what I'm gonna be looking forward to? Advertisements, influencers, commercials. I'm hungry. I don't want to eat. I just want to talk to my kids. This stuff, I haven't had an energy drink in last week, no, 2 weeks ago, was 5 weeks ago. I detoxed off of the energy drinks for like 5 weeks. And this one, and then I got another one because of B12. So I got another one out of the blue. I got mad. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get me an energy drink because I want to. Maybe it will help me get motivated to run again. I don't know. So I got it, and I tried one of these things, but it was a different kind. And I don't think I've tried this one before. And then like, I'll try it. And then as soon as just a little bit of sip, like maybe a shot. I'm gonna say a shot, and I started getting itchy. I started getting tingly. I still get tingly from this one, and I'm like, ooh. It kind of feels like that Jack D stuff, the performance, the energy drinks or the protein powders. When you start working out, it kind of felt like that. I remember in high school, I was taking in those, what is those? Those weight loss pills. And I'm in the classroom, and we're taking the Tylenol. And I just think back what's going on, like, what did I do? What's happening? What did I eat? What did I drink? Because I don't take tests seriously. And I'm like, oh, pills. Pills do that. Because if you're not exercising or not working out, and you need to walk it off, you need to get that energy off. So let's just continue. It's dangerous though for kids. Yep. I really don't want to talk to anybody. I really don't want to be around anybody. I want my kids. Pretty. Oh. Since this is for family court entertainment purposes only, for that Erin girl from China, the girl in front of the family court that's screaming all the time. Now you're an act. It pissed me off. You have contact with your child. Oh my god. Money. How much money are you gonna throw at this fucking government, the same government that you came here? You want to protect the amendments of the Constitution, right? And you learn your fucking history. And that you threw your child in my face. If you are in fact a real person and not a fucking actor, shame on you. You get to see your child. I asked you if you wanted your house clean so your child can come home and be clean and be safe and come home to a healthy no, you didn't have that. You had Fishes, what, crawfishes? Lobsters, dead, something in your backyard. Sink full of dishes, I get that. Depression? Fuck yeah. Hey, I'll clean your whole house for you if you want. Well, you go after I just met you. I could do that for you. What not? I don't got money. If you want to, if you want me to dog sit for you, dog walk for you, house sit for you, while you spend time with your kid, that's fine. I'll do that. Fuck. But what you fucking did, shame on you. Why so much anger when you're allowed to see your child? You get phone conversation with your child. You get time with your child, and you have money to pay to see your child, and you still abuse that when you can actually use that money for anger management, go to these other resources, learn how your community works. No, but you twist around and use it for that place of priority, trash and shit to begin with. You just made it clear for me who I'm working with and dealing with. Thank you, China, for that. Um, like you have trauma. You have trauma. Whoever you are, whoever you are. You using your money like that. And for Christine Flemings, and for what's that, Gates, something, Michael Gates, and that Anderson, Polly Anderson, and see, when I remember names like that, it sums things up here. And for family court shit, I only got with to also see, to fuck around and find out if it was a real person, real deal. No, if she really wanted, if she really wanted to help women and mothers like herself dealing with it, why didn't she help me? Where is she at? No, she's signing that those judges' papers. She didn't. She told me she didn't sign them. But you know who else she signed? She signed someone else's papers. That's why you're not getting enough signatures. Teachers union is the biggest gang mafia. Reason why Newsom's so safe. Reason why this voting keeps going on. It's gonna watch. You're gonna find out a lot of shit. Your husband's gay, and they're living a double life. You're gonna find out. Watch. This is gonna be happening to a lot of people around the world. I think that's why a lot of people become police officers, because they can get away with it and not get caught. I think we're done today now. I don't even remember what I said. I'm so mad. I'm so pissed off. But at the same time, I'm thinking, where do I go? What do I do? It's just taking me away from take it to my children. Let's see what happens. That's for you.